I was one of probably millions of people that deleted TikTok, and I had to figure out a way to get it back, and I ended up getting it back, and that is why I haven't posted in a minute. But now with the Super Bowl over, offseason is upon us, and I got to figure out a way for each team to be happy this offseason. So if I were the Cincinnati Bengals, this is what I'd do. As you can see above me, in their cap space, they got $49 million. And after what I did with them, they will have $68 million. They will make $19 million in profit. Now, I will say this is not exactly realistic. Obviously, not all these things are going to go their ways. A lot different things will happen. But this is just, if I were the GM, what I would try my best to do. First, we're going to start off by re-signing T. Higgins, 4-year deal, $96 million. You can see all the other re-signings that we have: B.J. Hill, Mike Hilton, Mike Gesicki, and Joseph Asai. Then we got to restructure contracts. We can restructure Joe Burrows. He said he'd be fine with taking a deficit in his contract in order to let the team build around him. Sheldon Rankins can. He's making like 7 figures a year. He does not need to be making that much. You could save $3 million. And Ty Karras has 1 year left on his contract, and you can save $3 million by restructuring that. Next up, you got to release Alex Kappa, the Triple Crown winner of offensive lineman. You would save $7 million by doing that too. That is the best thing you can do. And I'd release Stone and save $6 million. Jermaine Pratt has just requested a trade, and I think he should go to the Browns. You can get a 2025 4th, a 2026 6th, and 7th. And obviously the Browns would get Jermaine Pratt, and we'd send a 2026 7th rounder over there as well. Obviously, that final cap result that I last showed y'all does not take into account Jamar Chase or Trey Hendrickson's extension that they both will be getting this offseason. So I wanted to make sure that there was a lot of money left over. Then you can also release both Zach Moss and Cordell Volson, both on the last year of their contracts, and save a total of $5 million. Now come the re-signings. You cut both your guards. You're going to need a guard. You get Brendan Scherf, former All-Pro. And then you're going to need a safety. Cutting Geno Stone, you get Marcus Epps. Kevin Zeitler, an All-Pro this year. That's a stud. Sign him on a 3-year deal. Now you got both your guards. Obviously, you're returning Orlando Brown, and then you got Amari Smith, who I like a lot, at the other tackle position. And then your 2 guards now are Brendan Scherf and Kevin Zeitler. It's incredible. You could always use more safety depth. Jeremy Chinn's definitely a box type of safety. He'll help out in the run game as well. E.J. Speed at linebacker, going to be replacing Jermaine Pratt and Akeem Davis-Gaither. Pair him up with Logan Wilson. That's a great linebacker duo inside. And then sign Mike Hughes, kind of like Mike Hilton. He could both play in the slot and outside. Now the last 5 signings: signed Dennis Gardeck to a 2-year, $10 million deal. Harrison Bryant gets some depth at tight end after losing Cam Sample to free agency. 1-year deal. Ben Bredesen, a solid backup guard who's starting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year on a 1-year deal. Nick Westbrook-Akine to round out your receiving core. He's a very reliable wide receiver 3. And then sign J.K. Dobbins to a minimum contract. Hopefully he can be your powerhouse back. Chase Brown, he might not have the stamina or, buffing ability to be a 3-down back. This does not take into account draft picks or anything of that nature. And like I said, obviously not all of this is realistic. You're probably not going to get J.K. Dobbins on a minimum contract. A lot of these people will be outbid by you. And yeah, but that's how you save money, make money for Jamar Chase and Trey Hendrickson to get extended. And that's the offseason if I were the Bengals GM.